Hi y'all, and what a great start it's been to the Christmas schedule of National Hunt racing on both sides of the Irish Sea. And congratulations to Caroline for continuing her superb run of tipster form with Romeo Coolio as her St. Stephen's Day nap. It went down to the wire, but this is one extra special novice chaser who's going to be one to watch in the spring. We did have a quick chat on Friday afternoon, and Caroline thinks the better the ground gets, the more potent a force Romeo Coolio will be. So, watch this space. Now, it's the Welsh Grand National at Chepstow on Saturday, but the going is unusually better than normal, and that will have a big say in who's going to be heading the markets. But before then, Caroline would like to give you a heads up on the Saturday feature at Leopardstown, the Paddy's Rewards Club Chase.
Why, thank you, Jaysella, and how nice it was to catch up with you after the racing on Friday. Now, there's a pretty early start to some of the big races at Leopardstown on Saturday, and I do want to bring you my view on the feature. So, all the hot money this week has been piling on Willie Mullins's Madgeborough, with Barry Connell's Marine Nationale close behind. But I'm going to buck that trend and tell you that Founder 50's winning this. There you are, I've said the unthinkable, but I reckon I can put my reputation on the line this time, and these are my reasons. Madgeborough did look good at the front in the Hillyway chase on the Mallow at Cork the last day, but some untidy jumping cost him the race, while Marine Nationale hasn't been seen since April and was withdrawn from the Fortria chase at Navan on account of the soft ground. So conditions are fine for Marine Nationale, but he may be susceptible to a race-fit Founder 50, who I think has progressed this year. Interesting, but Founder 50 has won 8 of 14 chase starts and does look to have improved again, so gets my pick over Madgeborough in a real thriller.
Thank you for that, Caroline, and I do agree it's a fascinating race. Can't wait. Now, back to Chepstow, and I'm intrigued by one of the early races. I'm going to take a punt on Manlaga for the juvenile hurdle finale after a very impressive win at Orteal back in March. Brought up by J.P. McManus and transferred to Nikki Henderson's Seven Barrows Yard in October, she's sure to be well primed for this Grade 2 against the boys by a trainer that does so well with these types. Obviously, it's her first run under rules over here, but she showed a super turn of foot when coming from fourth over the last to win by 3 lengths in that fairly deep race at Orteal. There has been plenty of money going down on Gary and Josh Moore's Sandown Park. Winner Mac Toad, so he's one to keep note of, but giving weight away, he'll need to be at his very best in the hat-trick bid. Manlaga to score in the gold and green hoops of J.P. McManus, I hope. And now it's back over to Caroline for her Saturday nap.
Thank you, Jaysella, and let's get on with my Saturday nap, lining up in the Dawn Run Mares Novice Chase. I believe this one's going to Henry de Bromhead with the Big Westerner, who can progress from a fine second in a beginner's chase to take this. It was Willie Mullins's Jimmy D. Sewell who beat her in that Fairyhouse race, but against her own sex, this looks just a bit easier. I do think that there's much more progression to come in the Big Westerner for a trainer that does so well with his chasers, and I'm thinking that she'll get even further in time. Jade de Grugy, another Willie Mullins chaser starting out, was a dual Grade 1 winner over hurdles and looks to improve again from her third to Carla Conti, who was my selection that day, before going on to win Amaris Grade 2, so this is looking well-franked form. The Big Westerner to come home ahead of Jade de Grugy with conditions just what she wants.
Let's hope your brilliant run carries on, Caroline, but for me, Thistle Ask has to be my Saturday pick, so I'll take that next best slot if I can. I'll take a chance on Dan Skelton's prolific Thistle Ask for the Desert Orchid Chase at Kempton Park. The Halden Gold Cup winner at Exeter's big meeting back in November looks one going the right way to me, and old Danny Boy will have a grin as wide as the Bristol Channel on Saturday afternoon when Harry books his place in the winner's enclosure. I can see Jane Williams St. Seagull going close, and I cannot fault the Sont de Sont gelding for his consistency. But I see Thistle Ask as being less exposed, so may have more to come. It's a big step in grade for Fergal O'Brien's Ryan's Rocket, but I do think that Thistle Ask is the one to follow. Fingers crossed! Now then, earlier on at Kempton Park, I haven't got any doubt over Ben Pauling's Mambo No. 5 for the Wayward Lad. Now going for a seasonal hat-trick, after wins at Aintree and Newbury, I reckon he'll take this step up to a graded chase in his stride, and with course form from the Adonis Hurdle back in February, everything looks aligned to me for a big run under the excellent Ben Jones. As a 4-year-old, he also gets weight from all this field, with Sam Thomas's lump sum rating the obvious danger, while for current yard form, you have to note Dan Skelton's Mirabad, Mambo number 5 to defy the older opposition, and score for the Naunton Downs handler. Over at Chepstow, I narrowed this Welsh Grand National down to 3, Rebecca Curtis's exciting chaser, Haiti Couleurs, Sarah Bradstock's Mr. Van Gogh and Joel Parkinson, and Sue Smith's O'Connell. It's easy to make a case for any of these, and it is O'Connell that gets over a stone in weight from the other two, while with no rain around, Mr. Van Gogh might not get his ground, but Haiti Couleurs is the class act, so gets my vote. I reckon that there's more to come from Rebecca Curtis's stable star, and I'm happy to draw a line through his run in the Betfair Chase at Haydock Park, thinking that he should come on for that first run over fences this campaign. Of course, it's probably the Grand National in the spring, that's the season's target, but there's so much untapped potential I can see in Haiti Couleurs that he gets my vote, despite giving all that weight away to the in-form O'Connell, where a reverse forecast looks tempting. For our final Saturday tip, I have to hand you over to Caroline at Leopardstown.
Yes, all the best of luck to you, Jaysella. So let's finish with a nice little prize on Saturday with Captain Cody in the Paddy Power Chase. Just third in the Drinmore, but I'm thinking that this Scottish National winner really needs further, so this trip is the least that he needs. I'm also of the opinion that we haven't seen the best of this 7-year-old yet, and if he can progress again as he did last season, could be a Gold Cup contender next year. In the meantime, can he defy top weight in this handicap chase? Well, I think he can, so Captain Cody edges it for me over Gavin Cromwell's Ballysack's Hank and Emmett Mullins' Back Me or Sack Me.